Hey, good afternoon, Avon Park Elementary School. My name is Willie Hills. I'm the assistant principal at Lake Placid Middle School. It is an honor to be reading to you guys and assisting you with your reading of Brambleheart. So I'm going to be reading chapter 15 to you guys today. This chapter is titled Advice from Uncle Beau. Twig sat on a stone, poking the ground with a stick, waiting for Lily to finish class. Finally, he saw her leave the classroom, glance around, and then spot him through the May apples. She looked at him worriedly. "Wow," she said solemnly. "I don't ever remember seeing Burdock that angry. How is your mom about it? Have you told her yet?" "Not yet, dreading it," Twig replied. They got up and walked in silence for a bit. "I think Char is so amazing," Lily said, trying to change the subject. He's a dragon." "You have a pet dragon?" "Well, it's amazing. But look what trouble I've gotten into," Twig said. "I've been kicked out of class twice. Everyone thinks I'm a cheat. An enormous tiger swallowtail flew across the path in front of them, and they stopped to watch. You know, Twig, that no matter what, we're friends. I couldn't believe how you stood up for me today." Burdock's eyes really bugged out. "I know," said Twig. For a second, I thought his whiskers were going to ignite. They both giggled. "Thanks, Lily," he said. "It's nice having you there." They came to the main path. "Which way?" Lily asked. Twig considered the trail for a moment. "I'm going to stop by and see Beau," he said. "I think it'll make me crazy if I don't talk to him and try to explain. See you tomorrow." "See you tomorrow. Good luck, Twig." A little nervous, Twig headed off to Beau's cottage. He tugged at the doorbell chain 3 times, his signal. "Ah, my friend Twig," Beau said gently as he opened the door. "I won't fib and say you're unexpected. Come in, my boy." He shuffled into the kitchen. "I just happened to be sitting down to some sassafras tea," the raccoon said. "Could I interest you in a cup?" "Thanks, Beau." Twig noticed that the kitchen table was set for 2, and the kettle was already boiling. Sit, Beau said, grabbing a threadbare pot holder. He poured the scalding hot water into the 2 mismatched cups, a freshly cut piece of sassafras root in each. The spicy scent of sassafras filled the kitchen. It was one of Twig's favorite. Beau took his seat at the table. "Ah," he sighed, sipping the hot tea carefully. "That hits the spot." Twig agreed, peering over his cup. Beau pushed a bowl of shelled walnuts across the table. "Help yourself," he said, but then his eyes became serious. "Twig, you shouldn't have spoken like that to Master Burdock." Twig figured that the word had already gotten around about his outburst in class that afternoon. "I know," he replied. "I'm sorry, really sorry. It's Master Burdock you'll need to apologize to." "You know, Twig, you'll have to control your temper better if you want to become a master metal crafter." "Do you think I will ever be one?" Twig asked quietly. "I've never been good at making predictions, Twig, and I don't want to try now. Do you want to be one?" "I thought I did, but now it feels good to do well. But it's not what I want to be, Beau." "What do you want to be?" "I'm not sure yet. I don't know if you'll become a master metal crafter or what. No one can say, but I will tell you this, Twig. You've got a fine head on your shoulders and a big heart. That counts for a lot. Maybe there are bigger and better things out there besides metalworking. I see you, someone who is destined for great things. You'll find your way if you're true to yourself." "How do you know if you're being true to yourself?" Twig asked. "You'll know. You'll feel it." Twig sat in silence for a moment, sipping the delicious tea. His mind was on more important things than metalcraft. "Beau," he said hesitantly, staring into his cup, "what do you know about dragons?" Beau's eyebrows went up. "Dragons? What do you mean, dragons?" "Dragons," Twig continued, "you know, like in my picture books. Do you think they exist?" "Well, now, that's a peculiar question, but yes, I think they really exist. I heard stories about them when I was little." Twig sat up. "Like what?" "I remember a story I heard a long, long time ago from an ancient badger I was just a youngster. You think I'm old? This badger was so old he couldn't remember the first computer that was discovered at the hill. Twig's eyes widened. Wow, he murmured. Beau continued. I remember him saying that he remembered somebody who had actually seen a dragon. Now keep in mind, this is a long ago memory from someone who had a long ago memory. But I can still recall how the old badger lit up like a firefly as he told the story of how the dragon had emerald green scales and beautiful wings, and he said the dragon had been discovered in the woods not far from here, and that it had been so startled at being seen it flew off fast through the trees. It flew? Asked Twig. Yep, that's what he said. Good flyer too. From the sound of it, dodging the trees and branches and going fast. Pretty amazing, eh? Twig took a sip of his tea. Yeah, amazing, he said. Beau poured a little more hot water over his sassafras root. Tell me, Twig, he said evenly. Looking across his teacup, what would you do if you ran across the dragon in the woods? Me? Oh, Twig stammered. Would you run? Beau prompted. No, I don't guess I would, Twig replied. Would you hide? No, not that either, I don't think. Beau looked at Twig steadily. Would you try to capture it, he asked? Twig gulped his tea, glancing at Beau. The old raccoon gazed over his spectacles. Well, Twig finally answered, maybe. I think I'd try to find out if he was dangerous or not. Then Interesting, Beau said. Twig's head was swimming with all sorts of thoughts, but he was afraid that he was being cornered. I should go now, he said. Beau looked at him squarely. Anything you want to share with me, Twig? No, I'm good. Well, just tell me one thing, that you'll never say anything but the truth to me, always. I promise, Beau. Finish your tea. Twig took one last gulp. Yes. Then off you go. Your mom will be getting worried. Beau gave Twig a reassuring pat on the back and sent him on his way. And that is the end of chapter 15. All right, guys, continue to enjoy your reading of Brambleheart. Thank you so